Welcome back, strongman fans, and as you've all seen in the last few days, we've had the announcement for the actual groups for this year's World Strongest Man 2021 in Old Sacramento Waterfront, California. As you know, there's 25 athletes in total competing, and 19 of those actually competed in last year's World Strongest Man, when Novikov took first. Tom was runner-up, Tom Stoltman, and third place, JF Caron. Okay, so for Group 1, we've got Graham Hicks, Maxime, Travis, Brian Shaw and Ivas, and I believe Brian's actually going to win this group and go through straight away, where we'll have then second and third spot. The head-to-head will be, I think, between Graham and Ivas, because Ivas did amazing World's Ultra Strongman a couple of months ago, and I believe that he's going to be basically fighting for that spot against Graham. I think they're going to be the two that will be in the possible show-off at the end, and I believe it's going to be a head-to-head stone-off. Atlas stones, obviously, and over the bar event. So obviously whoever's the winner of that stone off would advance to the finals with the first place spot winner from that group. In Group 2, we've got Mark Felix, Johnny Hansen, Trey Mitchell, Evan Singleton and Tom Stoltman. And, you know, Tom was second last year and was nipping at the heels of Novikov, and I believe he's going to win this group. For the second and third spot, you know, the one at the end for the two, I believe it's going to be between Trey and Evan, the two Americans. Trey's done really well, and so has Evan, to be fair, you know, the last 2 or so years. And I believe it's going to be a case of the two Americans going head to head, in that stone off to go through with Tom. But no way, I can't see Tom not going through, and he's definitely my first place spot there. In Group 3, we've got JF Caron, Robert Oberst, E4, Luke Richardson and Mikhail Shivlikova. And I believe JF Caron, you know, third place spot last year in World's Strongest Man, I believe he will go through first. Then I believe it's going to be a case of Luke possibly against E4 for that second place spot. Can't really see Mikhail going through, but he is a very incredible athlete, you know, masters athlete, you know, to be at that top level at his age is really good. Robert, I don't think he'll go through. He just seems to be a favourite of World's Strongest Man, kind of like their pet, no offence. Never really does any good, but he's just there for the ride, it seems. Group 4, we've got Adam Bishop, Terry Hollands, Jerry Pritchett, Konstantin Janasia and Chris van der Lind. Now, I believe in this group, we're going to, looking realistically, I think, between Konstantin and Adam Bishop. I think that's going to be one of those two will go first place. I'm hoping more Adam. I'll be biased here because obviously I'm English. I do think he'll get it. In case of the second and third spot, obviously if Adam goes through, I believe it will be Konstantin against Jerry. I don't think Terry Hollands, unfortunately, has got in him to get a high placing again in World's Strongest Man. I think he's had his time, but I would love to see something from him, and good luck to him, obviously. And Chris, well, I don't really know much about him, so I can't really comment. Last but not least, Group 5, and probably the toughest group as well. So you've got Gavin Bilton, who just won UK Strongest Man for the second time, Kevin Fairs, Oleksii Novikov, obviously the current champion, Luke Stoltman and Bobby Thompson. And I believe Novikov will go through again. I believe he's going to dominate that group. But obviously we could see something different, but based on that, in terms of the second place spot to go through, I think it's going to be between Luke and Bobby, because Bobby's doing amazing things in strongman at the moment. I think he's really coming through strongly, and I think we might see something special from him. But there's always a possibility that Gavin could do well, and I do hope he will, because he's a great guy, and he deserves to do better this year in his second World's Strongest Man. So the qualifying rounds will be kicking off with 25 athletes obviously competing at a time between June the 15th and 17th. There's then going to be a rest day, and then the finals will commence between the 19th and the 20th with obviously 10 athletes in that final those final 2 days of events. I think it's a really good idea that they're allowing them to take a day off. That's going to be on the 18th of June to recoup, you know, physically, mentally and whatnot, because, you know, it takes its toll, this sort of thing, on men, and you know, they're going to need their rest, and I imagine it's going to be very hot and humid at that time of the year as well. 14 events in total, and as you saw there in the qualifying round, you've got the loading medley, squat lift and deadlift. That's on day 1. Day 2, you've got the fingers and the train pull. Final day for the qualifying rounds will be the overhead medley, pickaxe hold, and the stone off. In the finals of day 1, we've got the giants medley, Titans turntable, and then also the rain keg toss. On day 2 of the finals, you've got the log lift, the knack deadlift, and Atlas stones. So some pretty exciting events, some new ones there as well we haven't seen for quite some time, especially the fingers and Titans turntable should be very interesting. and also the train pool. So it's nice to see the guys mixing it up, which is great. There's some fantastic news that they've allowed some actual fans to attend, some spectators. So obviously that's backtracks on the original statement made a month or so ago. So thank God for that. Really, whoever's going is really lucky. Well done for getting tickets. And, you know, I know you had to have a vaccination or do all the bullshit paperwork, but, you know, if that's what you're willing to do, so be it. You can see these are the terms here to actually get a ticket. So I'm a little bit jealous, but I'll be honest, as an anti-vaxxer, I wouldn't have had a vaccine just to see a strongman competition. But nonetheless, I hope you guys and girls enjoy it. And sorry, not trying to get political there, guys and girls, just it just slips out sometimes. So in terms of coverage, now, as we know, there's no actual live stream for this. It's always the case that World Strongest Man keep it firmly under wraps, and that's that. But there is actually going to be behind the scenes coverage with Martin Lissis, as you saw there, and Nick English, both doing some presenting every day, backstage live. So this is actually going to be live streamed every day at 4 p.m. PST from June the 14th 20, and you can get access through Facebook for $2.99. I think I paid £1.99 here in the UK, so it's not so bad. You know, it's in the day, it's extra information and things you're not going to see, photos and videos, and some nice bits and bobs to see. Obviously Martin's he just had an emergency appendix operation, like removal, but as you can see here, he's recovering well, and he's ready to actually start presenting again with Nick in time for Monday. So obviously a bit of bad luck just before, but he's come back strong and nice and fast. So good luck to you, previous champ, and looking forward to seeing your chats with Nick and everyone else who's going to be involved in World's Strongest Man. And obviously here we've got the champions chat, which is going to be ahead of the competition as well, with him and Hathor. So two previous World's Strongest Men, you know, before the time of Novikov. So that's going to be quite interesting as well. Because the guys in America are very lucky, it's actually going to be available to watch on CBS Sports Network from July the 3rd, 2021. Unfortunately for us guys here in the UK, it's not going to be till December the 26th. And obviously that's the case for most other countries around the world, because this year there's going to be approximately 70 additional countries and territories, so totaling close to 500 million households. So fantastic news for the sport. It's definitely growing in popularity, interest and demand, and this is what we want. We want this for the athletes, and we want this for the sport. So hats off to the guys at World's Strongest Man for getting, you know, securing better deals and basically just pushing the sport, you know, to the modern era. It needs to catch up with everything else like football and any other sport. You know, it can't be just seen as a underground thing where people aren't really interested. But anyway, hope you tried today's video, guys and girls. If you did, as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Also leave your comments in the section below what you think about each group, who's going to go through, who's your first place finisher in each group, and then also the second person from that. And then lastly, what are your predictions for the overall comp in general? I've linked a video at the end of this video for my original predictions for my top 3, and you can also leave your comments on that one as well. So anyway, guys, take care and I'll see you soon. Me, Finis, signing out.